Well, hello, sports fans. This is Larry Eater here for RunBlogRun. This is our day-by-day review of the 2022 World Athletics Outdoor Championships being held at the University of Oregon in Eugene, Oregon, for the first time in the United States ever, yay! The crowds in the evening session are rocking. The crowds in the morning will get better each day. And we will do reviews of each session for your viewing pleasure. We have a sponsor, Khoros. They're a performance sports technology company that do killer sports timing and training products, and they have a brand new training site, Khoros.com. Check it out. My buddies who have tried the sports timing devices, which I call watches, love them, covet them. They think they're right. Emma Coburn is using it. Emma Bates is using it. Jeffrey Kemwarer is using it. Elliot Kipchoge is using it. Why don't you? So thanks again to Khoros for coming on board as a sponsor of our World Championships coverage. And I hope you enjoy our reviews. Hey, sports fans, Larry Eater here, the 10th and final day of the Oregon22 World Athletics Championships. In the morning, this day had the decathlon. It had both 4x400 relays, men's pole vault, women's 100 hurdles, men's 5,000, and women's 800. It was fantastic. But also was day two of the decathlon. And they also had the 35K race walk. This is the first time they're doing the 35K race walk at a World Champs. Remember, the 50K is steeped in tradition. It's been around for over 130 years. The person who wrote Frankenstein actually was a race walker. Just a little trivia for you. Isn't that fascinating? Okay, so top three in the 35K race walk. It was Massimo Stano from Italy, 2:23.14, a championship record. Masatoro Kawano from Japan, 2:23.15. Look how close that was. And Perseus Karlstrom, who also got the bronze in the 20K from Sweden. And I just love the name Perseus. I love to say Perseus, 2:23.44. So that was a pretty impressive top three there. And let's get now into the evening session. Just so you know, the morning session, the 110 hurdles for the decathlon, event number 6, the discus throw for the decathlon, event number 7, and the pole vault for the decathlon, event number 8. The competition is fierce. There are 8 athletes fighting in the decathlon, and we will get back to that shortly. So here we go. This is going to be a little confusing. It's about the 100-meter hurdles. This is the second world record of the championships, and it totally gobsmacked me. Tobi Amusan from Nigeria had just run a 12:40. She's the African champ. She's a fine hurdler and relay runner, and she's very good at the 100 meters as well. Well, Tobi was in semi-1 with Kenny Harrison. Kenny had the world record at 12:20. Kenny ran 12:27, and you thought, heck, man, that's fast. That'll win it. Au contraire, mes amis. Tobi Amusan ran 12:12, a new world record. My first comments on Twitter, check it out, is I hope that's electronic timing, because that scared the heck out of me. I never thought I would live long enough to see a 12:12. Doing some research, what I found is it looks like Tobi used a long jump shoe with a lot more cushioning. So when she comes off the hurdles, it's giving her this catapult, a energy return, as our friends at Reebok used to say in the Dan and Dave era in the early 90s. And boy, did she get energy return. I think World Athletics is wondering how the hell we let this get by. You can't blame them for everything. There needs to be some rules, and my guess is they're going to stop allowing this kind of a thing, because this really makes a joke out of the hurdle records. Is everybody going to be using a catapult type shoe? That's what we found out so far. We'll let you know more, but it's a little strange. But it totally changed the paradigm of the 100-meter hurdles. In second semi, Allie Armstrong from the U.S. scored a PB in 12:43, and Devane Charlton from the Bahamas set a national record in 12:46. So the hurdles was going to be fast already. The final semi, Brittany Anderson of Jamaica, 12:31, national record. Jasmine Camacho Quinn, the Olympic champion, 12:32, her seasonal best. Nadine Visser from the Netherlands, 12:66, and she didn't even move on. It was craziness. I was just, people were asking me what was going on, and I'm going, I don't know. The women's long jump was interesting. At the end of the day, Leticia Oro Melo from Brazil scored a big PB of 689 on her first jump and led for the first two rounds. Then S.A. Broom from Nigeria, 702. Boom. She looked pretty good. Malaika Mahambo had 2 falls, then went 698, was in second, and then went to 709 in the 4th round. And then in her final round, the Olympic and world champion went 712. The world leader is 713. The German is really on top form, and she seems to get stuff together when there's pressure on her. So Malaika Mahambo, gold, S.A. Broom, Nigeria, silver, and Leticia Oro Melo from Brazil, 689, the bronze. My heart was broken because our friend Quenisha Burks, the U.S. champion, she's coached by Brittany Reese. She missed a medal by the smallest of margins. Normally, when I say a centimeter, it's kind of biblical terms for something really small. But Quenisha Burks missed the bronze by a centimeter. Leticia Oro Melo was 689. Quenisha was 688. And Brooke Bushkabel was 687. And Kadi Sanya from Sweden, 687. So, and then Ivana Volito, you remember Ivana is Spanovic on her maiden name, 684. The Serbian superstar ended up finishing 7th. And Mariana Beth Romanchek from Ukraine, 682. So it just was it was a very good long jump competition, and Malaika Mahambo put it together. So an interesting one, and I like the long jump. The men's 5,000 meters. This is an interesting one. So as you recall, sports fans, Jake Whiteman of Scotland and Team GBR, he scored a gold medal in the 1,500 meters. He upset Jacob Ingebrigtsen. Well, Jacob Ingebrigtsen, as you remember, in the last 5,000 of the Worlds, finished 5th. So he wasn't a happy camper. He needed to take a gold home to Norway, So he ran a 225 last 1,000 meters, last 800 and 154, and a final lap in 53. Jacob Ingebrigtsen took gold in 13:09.24. Jacob Kiprop, Kenya, 13:09.98 for the silver. Oscar Chalimo got himself into the bronze in 13:10.20. The almost was Luis Grijalva from Guatemala, who ran at NAU, and he ran 13:10.44, and he came from way back 7th. Went by Mo Ahmed and Grant Fisher. Mo was 5th, the Olympic silver medalist at 5,000 and world champ bronze medalist, and one of my favorite interviewers. I mean, that guy did an interview in Doha in 2019 when Adam and I recorded it. We cracked up so bad. We were trying not to laugh. He was funny as can be. There was some F-bombs in there. He was totally into it. Grant Fisher. Grant had another very fine race, 13:11.65, finished 6th after his 4th place in the 10,000. My guess is Grant's a little frustrated. He's getting very close to the medals. He's really putting it together, and I hope he just stays focused. He's a fine athlete, but a really good Mukhtar Edris, the man who can use an elbow where you didn't even know he had an elbow, finished 13th. And as you remember, Mukhtar won in 17. He beat Mo Farah, and he won again in 19. So that was the 5,000, and then we're going to get into a very satisfying, very exciting final, the women's 800 meters. We all knew it was going to come down to Keely Hodgkinson and Nothing Moo. I thought Raven Rogers would spoil. Raven ended up finishing 6th. I think all that fast running wore her out. Ajay Wilson was 8th. It just was a kind of a subpar race for her. But with 80 meters to go, the race was off, and it was Athing Mu on the outside, Keely Hodgson trying to go by on the inside, and they were neck and neck. It's just back and forth. And check out the video. It's pretty amazing. We'll have it up on the site today. Athing Mu took the gold, held on in 156.30. Keely Hodgkinson, 156.38. And Mary Mora from Kenya, the new find over the last couple of years, Justin Legat loves her, 156.71. What a fantastic 800 meters. And 4th was Dribe Welteji from Ethiopia, 157.02. And Natoya Goul from Jamaica, 157.9. Raven Rogers was 6th. But Athing Mu, Ajay tried to get her at the U.S. champs. Keely tries to get her here. The nice thing about both Thing and Keeley, they're 19, 20 years old. We're going to see them around for the next 8 to 10 years. It's going to be pretty exciting. So they are incredibly talented athletes. I think they can run 153, 154. Women's 100-meter hurdles. I told you that Tomi Abasan, when she ran her 12-12 world record in the semifinals, changed the entire paradigm. Well, she comes back and takes the gold. The Nigerian takes the gold in the 100 hurdles. Deji Ogunyabu has a great story about her up on RunBlogRun. Please check it out. She ran 12:06. It was wind aided, so it will not count as a record. Brittany Anderson of Jamaica, 12:23. Again, wind aided. Jasmine Camacho Quinn, the Olympic champion, 12:23 in the bronze. Leah Armstrong, 12:31 for fourth. Cindy Sember, 12:38 of wind aided. Again, remember she just had a national record at 12:50. In Divine Charlton from Bahamas, 12:53. Kenny Harrison was DQ'd, so I'm not sure what happened there. We'll have to check it out. But this is Tobi Amusan's race. She was as surprised as everybody else. I think she was very pleasantly surprised. And, she seems like a very nice person. Deji has been talking about her for a while. He sings her praises, and we're just going to have to learn more about her, So it's pretty cool stuff. I think that the big thing is that we're going to have to check on these shoes, see what's going on there. That is a big concern for me, and I will let you know more about it. So we're now getting down to our 3 final events. The final 2 events on the track, men's 4x4. Big thing is getting the baton around fast. And Elijah Godwin opened up the men's 4x4 for the U.S. with a great leg, 44.28. Michael Norman, the world champion, 43.64. He busted it wide open. Bryce Deadman took it to another level with 43.82. And Champion Ellison came back at 44.43. The U.S. time of 2:56.17 put 2 seconds of real estate between them and Jamaica at 2:58.58. Belgium, featuring 2 of the Borlée brothers, 2:58.72. Japan, national record, 2:59.51. Trinidad and Tobago, who's beat the U.S. in the past, and Dream Richards was on the team. He went 43.87. They went 3:00.03. So I'll tell you, that men's 4x4, the crowd went crazy, but you haven't seen anything yet. Last track events, women's 4x4. U.S. team, Talitha Diggs, Abby Steiner, Brittany Wilson, Sydney McLaughlin. Yes, smoking. Gold medal, 3:17.79, world leader. Talitha Diggs, 50.50. Abby Steiner, 49.99. Remember, she had competed well in the 200. Brittany Wilson, she finished 4th in the 400 hurdles, 49.39. And Sydney McLaughlin, well, she set the world record, her 4th world record in the past year in the 400-meter hurdles. And Sydney went 47.91, totally smoking, fastest leg. Anybody in race, she looked so smooth. And the funny thing was, I've been having a conversation with some people about how they didn't think Sydney could run a 47-second quarter. So I think that someone was smoking the crack pipe. Anyway, silver medal, Jamaica, 3:20.74 was Candice McLeod, Geneve Russell, Stephanie Ann McPherson, and Cherokee Young. Superstars there. Great Britain with Victoria Ohurogu, who's being coached by her sister, Christine. Nicole Yergin, Jessie Knight, the 400-meter hurdler, and Levi Nielsen. Levi and her twin sister are very fine runners. So Victoria went 50.59, Nicole Yergin 50.19, Jessie Knight 51.26, and Levi 50.60. The Brits went 3:22.64. I believe that gives them medal 4 or 5. So Athletics Weekly, our friends, are pretty darn accurate. Now we're getting down. The crowd is all still there because there is this dude who knows how to pole vault. Mondo Duplantis, yay! So let me kind of give you a little play-by-play on this. This is a fascinating kind of approach. So Mondo didn't come in until 570, cleared first time, passed at 580, took 2 attempts at 587, kind of got him a little behind, took the lead again at 594. Him and Chris Nielsen cleared at 594. So did Ernest Obina from Philippines. Then Chris Nielsen and Ernest missed 3 times at 6 meters. So Armando was by himself again. He cleared 6 on his first attempt. Then he went to 6:06, a new championship record. He broke the 2001 record by Dmitry Markov. I was there. I saw it in Edmonton, Canada, and I had Vietnamese food afterwards. So anyway, some pho soup. So then he moves the bar up to 621. Now, sports fans, people who are familiar with the sport, know that the best clearance in the pole vault, indoors, 620, was done last year by none other than Mondo Duplantis. Okay? And he had broken Renaud Lavillonet's record from 2014, who broke Sergei Bubka's record from, what, about 2000? Oh, my God, 1995 or 96. So, yeah, Bubka's stuff was around for a while. Now, Bubka, as you know, I had dinner with him in 2011 in Bercy, France. My friend John Capriati introduced me to Sergei. And Sergei told me that he set 35 world records. And the reason why he did that is he was told that every time he broke a world record by a centimeter, he got $25,000 US. Now, being the budding capitalist, the young Marxist, at the time, broke the world record that many times. Guy was amazing. World champion, kind of fell out of his stuff. A lot of Achilles issues. But Mondo Duplantis is 22 years of age. He's at the top of his game. If he plays his cards right, he'll be around for another 14 or 15 years. And I think he'll break the world record 35 times, But anyway, he got over 6 meters, first attempt, 606, new championship record. Then he moves it to 621. Crowd is there, hushed. His first attempt wasn't that good. Always watch Mondo. Here's the key to watching Mondo Duplantis. When Mondo misses a height, he comes down. There's a little F-bomb that, he says on his breath, but you can't see it on his lips. And he plays this like recorder in his brain where he's like showing himself what his jump was and what he did wrong. That's what his dad, Greg, is really, impressed on him. And that family support, his dad and his mom was a heptathlete. And I remember Greg won the Prix in, God, was it 93? Yeah. And I think he made an Olympic team too. Yeah. So Greg knows his stuff. Well, anyway, the thing is, Armando's at his place where I see his, Greg as coach and advisor, and the family is very supportive, but Mondo knows his stuff. He's a great strategist. So he didn't make the first attempt. He comes down on the second attempt and he clears it by a very strong margin. The crowd goes crazy. I was able to record it, caught it on RunBlogRun as the crowd is roaring and he's running around the stadium. So the last event of the 2022 World Championships is Mondo Duplantis setting a world record. 3 world records at the champs. Cindy McLaughlin setting her 4th at the 400 hurdles. Toby Amasan in a big surprise, a 1,200-meter hurdles, but she's a very fine athlete. And now Mondo Duplantis, 621. So he has the world best indoor now. We can say a world record indoors is 620. The world outdoors is 621. Stop doing this world best stuff. It drives me crazy and it confuses the fans. This is Larry Eder with RunBlogRun. Thank you to Mike Deering, who's been our production manager at the Shoe Addicts, for all this stuff. And he's been working with me since, 2010. But he managed the previews, the reviews, convos with Larry, all the kind of fun stuff. So thank you, Mike, for all your hard work. Thank you to our readers. Thank you to our writers and photographers. Kevin Moore's stuff is spectacular. We'll have more of Kevin's stuff up. I'll be doing photo galleries for each day over the next couple of weeks. And our writers really did yeoman's work. Deji Ogunyabu, Justin Lagat, Dave Hunter, Mike Finelli, Jeff Benjamin. Let's see, who am I forgetting right now? Oh, Sam Ferris and Sean McPherson, Race Results Weekly. I obviously write some stuff. And Stuart Weir. Stuart came from lovely England. He is back in England now because he'll be covering the Commonwealth Games for us live, and we'll be covering it remotely starting tomorrow. And then he will be at the European Championships we'll be covering. If you want to go to the European Championships, we've got ticket information on our site. It's August 15 through 21. But this is Larry Eder with RunBlogRun saying goodbye from Eugene, Oregon. This is the World Championships. Thanks to our friends Koros, the performance technology company. Thanks to Daymani, who supported us through the championships. Thanks to European Athletics. And thanks to our advertiser and sponsor from 1990. While other people have faded away, Brooks has stayed on. I am in the Glycerin 20. I love that shoe. Check it out. Larry Eder with RunBlogRun, signing off.